delectable rocks sprinkled on those mountains. Mighty tasty. Yeah! All right. So what was I saying?
Oi! We're on in the mud here. Welcome to Love Rudania's readings. I hope everyone ate their gravel today. Please enjoy the reading. We are still reading from the book on Secret History of Dragons. I think this is part 5, I believe. Let's see if I can get some light where I can read. And without a glare. That's not helping me a bit. Oi! Oh, I guess I got just a bit turned. Sorry, guys. Alright. We are at Real Life Dragons. And sorry about the background noise. I live with dogs and a kitty cat wherever he's at. So the dogs are playing a little bit. So let's get into the book. Real Life Dragons. There are other creatures, recognized living, breathing creatures in the world today who could, in a sense, be termed dragons. 2 such examples are the Komodo dragon from Indonesia and the monitor lizard from Kenya. The Komodo dragons are the largest lizards in the world. They have thick, long bodies with short, stocky legs and a long, muscular tail. Their skin is scaly and either grayish, still can't talk, grayish brown or earth red. They have a well-developed sense of smell and a forked yellow tongue. These dragons actually inhabit 3 islands in Indonesia. Komodo, I hope I'm pronouncing this other ones right, Rinca, R-I-N-C-A, and Flores, F-L-O-R-E-S, all of which are volcanic, though the dragons are found mainly in the forest regions. Okay. Volcano, forest. I guess they do have some greenage on volcanoes, huh? Komodo dragons are powerful predators. They hunt, kill, and eat wild pigs, deer, water buffalo. Water buffalo is the size of a cow. And wild boars, I think they're just a bit bigger than our normal pig. As well as dead meat or carrion. Yuck. They can consume. Hold on, I forgot to. Up to 80% of their own body weight in flesh. What makes these creatures even more terrifying is that their bite is toxic. As a result of eating carrion, they have around 50 different types of bacteria in their mouth. Nasty! Making their saliva highly infectious. Even if their prey were to escape, they are most likely to die from blood poisoning, having once been bitten. Adult Komodo dragons are generally solitary creatures, but they gather in packs around a kill. Monitor lizards do not have such a ferocious image as the Komodo dragons. They are extremely large reptiles, up to 3 feet long. They are found near rivers and open waters of Kenya, where they are found of basking in sandbanks. Now that's a life I would like to have. Monitor lizards feed on carrion, birds, eggs, and small mammals. They also dig up and eat crocodile eggs. I think they need them in Florida, which suggests that they are not easily scared. Rudania, go lay down. This does not mean to suggest that other dragons are not real. It's simply that they are existence on the earth at the same time is not veritable in such a solid scientific way. No comment. There are some celebrity dragons who have made their way into myths and legendary variations of culture. Heracles, also known as Hercules, had a jealous stepmother called Hera. She resented Heracles' popularity and decided that her own son, Eurystheus? Yeah, you can say his name, you can have him. Eurystheus should become king of the... you can have that too. Manichaeans, whatever. But the Eurythian... Yeah! I need to learn how to read. Yeah. But the Eurythians felt insecure on the throne. He couldn't be sure that Hercules would not try to take the throne from him. In order to take him out of the way, he changed Heracles to complete 12 important tasks in 12 years. One task per year. Wow. The second of the impossible tasks was to kill Hydra, 9-headed dragon. The Hydra's blood and breath were equally deadly. It lived in a swamp in a place called Rudania, where it regularly destroyed homes and animals. There were various problems that faced Hercules in his attempts to destroy Hydra. I think that was one of his biggest issues. Whenever he chopped off one head, 2 would grow back in its place. Its middle head was in case immortal. The Hydra had a pet crab which bit constantly at the feet of intruders. However, Hercules overcame these difficulties first by smashing the crab to pieces. Dinner! Next, the appalling and flaming torch to the stump of the severed head before the second 2 would grow in time. Finally, when he had managed to cut off the immortal head, he buried it deep into the ground and placed a rock on top of it to prevent it from resurfacing. St. George and the Dragon. English. George was an ordinary officer in the Roman army, renowned for his bravery in battle. When he converted to Christianity, he wanted to show the world that being a Christian didn't necessarily mean that you had to be meek and mild. He rode around proudly on a noble white horse. When he heard of a dragon terrorizing the people of Capacada, he took the opportunity and went for it. The people of Capacada, however you really want to pronounce it, had been trying to kill the dragon, plate the dragon, with sacrifices of sheep for years, but when it still refused to leave them alone, they had finally restored the offering that beautiful virgins. Well, that lets me out, so I get to live. When the king's daughter was the next to be sacrificed, a young soldier, George, came in immediately to the rescue, of course, slaying the dragon with his lance and saving the virgin princess from a gruesome death. In gratitude, the king had the whole city convert to Christianity. The Red Cross of St. George wore his armor has now become the flag of England and is the feast day of St. George, the 23rd of April. Sigurd, S-I-G-U-A-R, Sigurd, and Faithfornur. I am not saying these names correctly. In the mythology of the Vikings, Sigurd, sometimes called Siegfried. Why didn't you see that the first time? I could have gotten Siegfried. Oi! People! Was told by a dwarf called Regin to slay the dragon Barnifer. Yeah. Which persisted over a huge pile of stolen treasure. In fact, this dragon, hello, Draco, that's it, was the brother of Regin, who had transformed himself into a dragon so that he may better protect the I can barely hear that. I thought it was done. Protect the treasure. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't know. I can just hear my music, so I didn't know if Bruni came on yet or not. Anyways, he changed himself into a dragon to protect treasure. Why? He had stolen after King Siegfried's father. The dwarf Regin planned to kill Siegfried once he had gotten rid of his brother, the dragon. Sigurd wanted to use his father's sword to kill Lord, there we go. Signifer, Draco. But he knew how difficult it was to pierce the scaly armor of the dragon. So he came up with a cunning plan. Siegfried dug a deep pit in front of the dragon's lair and hid himself inside, covering the opening with branches and bracken. When Draco returned from his day's work slaughtering and pillaging, he stood over the pit. Siegfried could tell Draco was there because the dark shadow came over the opening. Without wasting a moment, Siegfried plunged a sword upwards and into the dragon's soft belly, killing it instantly. Unfortunately, he was warned by birds that region planned to kill him, and as soon as they had roasted the dragon's heart and shared it, he cut off his head. Well, that was a short-lived friendship. Not. The Lambton worm. John Lambton, the hero of legend, was an Englishman who lived during the Middle Ages. One day when he was out fishing, instead of being in church, sounds like me, where he was supposed to be, he caught on the end of his hook a massive beast, 3 feet long, with black scales and the head of a dragon. In terror, he dragged the creature into a well and managed to leave it over the sides. What he crashed him caused him such terror was not so much of the beast itself, terrible as it was, but he had seen in its eyes, and it was himself. He saw himself as he really was, a cheat, a liar, and a coward. From that day, he resolved to change to become a better person. Immediately went off on crusade to the Holy Land. However, while he was away, the creature in the well grew and grew until it was so long that it could wrap its body around a mountain 9 times. And that was exactly how... I hit my tripod. Was exactly how it killed the villagers, wrapping itself around them until they were suffocated. When John Lambton... Hey! Good night, kisses! You little varmint! Quit picking on my tripod. I have a puppy and he's deciding to play with his mom. So I might have to cut this a bit short. Oh, hey, there's Rudania. That means I got about 2 minutes. When John returned from the Holy Land, he realized, to his horror, that he had become one of the creatures he tried to hide away in the well. He consulted a local witch who told him that the only way he could kill the dragon was to wear a suit of armor covered in spikes and fight the worm in the river where he had caught. Fight the worm. Okay. Where he first caught the dragon. She warned him that after he had killed the dragon, he would have to kill the next living creature he came across. Otherwise, his family name would be cursed forever. Nice! John Lambton sought out the worm dragon at the river where he had first caught it. It was its costume. It wrapped itself around him, thinking of him as just another piece of easy human prey. As soon as it did so, it was pierced to death by the spiked suit armor. Relieved, John made his way home to the family castle. Just as the castle was in sight, he came across his father. Not good. Instantly, he remembered the instruction of the witch. Knowing that he could not kill his father, he quickly looked at the family dog. Good boy. By his side and killed that instead, since he did not heed the warning that the name was cursed ever after. Nice! That's a catch-22. Oh! Hey, guys! There goes my pebbles. that means it's time for me to say good night to everyone. Thank you for stopping in and listening to me read and love Rudania's readings. Thank you for rolling in. Godspeed. Stay safe. We're on in the mud rolling out. Thank you again. Good night, everyone. All right, Journey, you gotta give me a minute.